From a very young age, Pinetop native Seth Chavez was ingrained with the love of baseball. He knew that he wanted baseball to be a part of his life regardless of his future.
Ever since I've been little, it's always been baseball, baseball, baseball. Gradually growing up, you figure out, okay, like, I'm good. You keep playing, you're like, okay, I'm still good. Then you start separating yourself a little bit. I think work ethic, it's kind of shaped me into like the baseball player I am today.
Seth started his college career at Eastern Arizona, where he continued to work hard trying to chase his dream.
He was someone that never deviated from his routine. He was in the training room every day. Every day I got reports from our trainers saying that he has been coming in, just maintaining his body, and I feel like he took pride in the way he presented himself.
After his time at Eastern Arizona, where his season was cut short due to COVID, Seth transferred to Eastern Tennessee State, where he continued to grow until he hurt his throwing arm in a game, requiring him to need Tommy John surgery.
That was like probably one of the worst pains I've had. Just kind of shot up my whole arm, and for like that first couple months, it's brutal. Can't do anything with your right hand. Kind of letting everything set.
After having Tommy John surgery, Seth put his name into the transfer portal. From his time at Eastern Tennessee State, he developed enough film to be noticed by several Division I schools. He recently committed to Kentucky, and speaking with Seth's dad, he told me he and his wife got more emotional than Seth ever did. But he said he is grateful that Seth hasn't tried to put himself above the game.
One of the best parts last year, they had a Little League Day, if you want to call it that, in Johnson City at East Tennessee State. As soon as the game was over, they were down there with their hats, with their gloves, with the balls, whatever, asking for autographs. And Seth is one of a couple of kids that stayed and signed autographs. The best part was one of the ladies behind us, a parent of these kids, asked, is that your kid, number 19? And it was, yes, ma'am, that's our kid. And she and her family stopped what they were doing to thank my wife and I, that Seth was doing that. And all we've ever told him is don't try to be above the game. Remember, you were that little kid once that looked up to these guys.
Seth once looked up to players the same way he has young athletes from northern Arizona looking up to him. He is currently finishing up rehab for his arm here in Phoenix and plans to return to Kentucky later this year. Seth is the first person in his immediate family to receive his bachelor's degree, and he got his degree in exercise science in just 3.5 years. He plans on starting his master's program at Kentucky when he returns later this year. If he does so, he will be just the second person in his entire family to receive a master's degree. In Phoenix, for the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Nick Hall.